If this is your very first time ever to hold a registration for Pathfinders, keep watching. Actually, today's video is not about squash. I did grow the squash in my garden. Well, actually, my mother grew this one and I grew this one. But anyway, there's an honor for gardening now on today's video. Hi everyone, this is Audra with Pathfinder Strong, and it's that time of year again. Time to start getting ready to register new and returning kids to your club. How do you do that? Well, it's not that hard. All right, so your conference probably has some kind of a document that you need to get your hands on. Ours is called the Director's Packet. And in the Director's Packet of our conference is everything you need, all the forms and tips and planning documents and things you need for the year. And in there is included some things you need for registration. Number one, the application form for each kid. That form collects all the kids' vital information, their emergency contacts, their consent to treat. That is especially important, and a signature giving them permission to attend from a parent. So it's important that you have every kid fill out that application. So you also need to have paperwork done by your staff every year, and the staff paperwork in our conference is a little bit more involved just because they have to have the background checks done and so forth. And they may be drivers, so we have a driver thing for them to fill out and so forth. But all those kinds of documents, paperwork type things that you need to have everybody do every year is in our Director's Packet and should be somewhere. If you don't know where that is, contact your local area coordinator or conference Pathfinder director. Just for information purposes, I'm going to link our Director's Packet for our conference down below just so you can look at it if you want to. So there's like some top things you need to hit during registration to make sure that everybody's ready to go for the year. I usually do these top things in stations. So I have a staff member at a table, and when parents come for their kids, they have to hit every table, and then they make sure that they get all of that key information. Here's what we put at every table. So first thing, all that paperwork stuff. Second thing is uniforms, making sure everybody has a properly fitting uniform and club t-shirts and everything we hand out. Our kids get a hoodie, blah, blah, blah. So if we do it where if you bring back your old stuff, you can just trade it out for something that fits you. We all know kids grow. So that's our second table. Third table is handing out things that they may need. Like we have a club handbook, and a staff member briefly goes over the high points of that. They get their Investiture achievement booklets. They get their Pathfinder supply bag, backpack. They get their schedule, like anything that needs to be handed out, they get at one of the rotations. Another thing that we're real big on is a point system, and that's also in our conference Director's Packet. We all use a point system that kind of refocuses everyone back to the Pathfinder law. So that's one of the tables where we sit down and we make sure that the parents and the kids understand like these are our guidelines and our expectations. Here's how you can earn points. Here's what you get to do with the points that you earn, yada yada. That's another one. Last thing is to pay the fees. I'm sure every club is a little different about what they charge. We've done it a variety of different ways, but there's one table where we deal with money. So they pay their fees, or they set up a payment plan to pay it over the course of the year if they need to. So that's one. Usually at that table, I forgot where we do points. We usually also talk about like how you can earn Pathfinder of the Year, how you can earn the Pathfinder Excellence Award, formerly known as Good Conduct. And kind of what those expectations are as well. Now, in my club, I'm blessed with plenty of staff members. So I myself as the director try not to have a station that I'm glued to. I kind of have staff members do that, and I try to be just like floating around to answer questions, to meet new parents and new kids, and just, you know, do whatever needs to be done kind of in the edges. You know what, if you don't have like staff that can come every week at Pathfinders, just ask some people at church to come help you with registration. There's somebody at church that can sit at a table and say, here, please fill out this paperwork. There's somebody at your church that can sit at a table and say, thank you, please write me a check for $50 for your kid to go to Pathfinders this year, or whatever. So reach out to some people that you can get help from that maybe aren't going to be part of your permanent staff. Last thing is, this doesn't need to necessarily be done on registration night, but every single staff member, permanent staff member you have with your club needs to go through that background check, the verified volunteer background check thing, so that has to be done by everybody. So make sure you have all your staff members do that. I wish you the best of luck in your registration this year. I actually have a video from a couple years ago of us actually with registration set up and we're doing it that you can go take a look at. I'll link it below if you still have more questions. Or feel free to comment or email me or subscribe or like or share and all those good things. See you next time.